And now our next presenter is Andrea Garcia with the experience on policy and technology in Colombia. Andrea?
Thank you, Antonio. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. Today, I will present clinical engineer perspectives on health technology policy and legislation. I am Andrea Garcia Ibarra, biomedical engineer, currently with the Colombian Ministry of Health and Social Protection. I don't have actual or potential conflict of interest in relation to this presentation. Today, I'm going to give you my personal opinion about 3 topics. First, Colombia healthcare system. Second, Colombia health technology policy and legislation. And clinical engineer leadership on healthcare technology. Next, please. First, Colombia healthcare system. Colombia is the 4th largest country in Latin America. We have 49 million population. Life expectancy 74 years. 7.2 total expenditure on health as percent of GDP. Health insurance coverage now reaches 96% of the population. A land full of magic, where everything is possible. It's a place of dreamers, where joy, diversity, flavor, and music come together to make people vibrate. Next, please. A bit of our context on the healthcare system. Ministry of Health is responsibility for the regulation and oversight policies applicable to public and private healthcare institutions. Licensing is the minimum requirement for healthcare provider to operate in Colombia. Local governments are responsible for the control and surveillance of licensing standards. The accreditation process has been introduced to adopt high-quality standards. It's a process voluntary. On medical device regulation, we could say that in Colombia we have medical device risk classification, pre-market approval, technovigilance program, medical device donation control, and price control mechanisms. Next, please. The Drugs and Health Technology Division of Ministry of Health, Colombia, under my leadership, is developing a policy for the medical devices. The main object is to contribute strengthening and increasing the resilience of the healthcare system through safe and effective healthcare technologies for the patients. Next, please. Our goal is to help Colombia policy of medical devices in the first quarter of 2022 to contribute to a strengthening and resilience of our healthcare system. Next, please. Our policy aims for the existence of safe and effective medical devices in Colombia. Moreover, we aim for the medical devices to have the 5 I's: availability, accessibility, appropriateness, affordability, and accountability. Colombian policy for medical device includes medical equipment, implantable medical devices, custom-made medical devices, IVDs, and serial medical devices. Next, please. Okay, after the learning from COVID-19, our policy has 4 principal items: access and safety, informed decision-making, data ecosystem, and local production. about access and safety, medical devices price control mechanisms that manage to health expenditures, healthcare technology management to operate the system, and safe use to protect patients and providers. Finally, human resources, especially biomedical engineers, to run the system. Based on information decision-making, her focus on healthcare technology assessment, horizon scanning. About the data ecosystem, we can highlight two topics: data ecosystem about medical devices prices, evaluation, management, use, and quality, and supply chain monitoring. About local production, we can highlight promoting research and innovation across the country, strengthening labs for quality and performance tests for medical devices prototypes, encourage innovation system for medical device, and finally, partnership with academia. Next, please. Now, talking about clinical engineering leaderships on healthcare technology. First, clinical engineering strategy with communication skill, innovation culture, and invest deploy. Next, please. Clinical engineering regional nodes are an innovative approach implemented for engineers to be more efficient their jobs. It was leveraged by the power, not an informal and spontaneous organization that are in permanent contact through social media. They have broken hierarchical structure paradigms of information, accessibility, and real-time networking. We are continue to share information and knowledge in fast way without any restriction of cost and accessibility. Next, please.
No, I think, thank you, Andrea. And now I go back to our moderator, James. The floor is yours for the question and answer part.